Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. If you don't know, I have a lot of puzzles, and I'm going to make a few videos going through different things with them, and this one's going to be my hardest puzzles in my collection. Now, some of these are just difficult because the puzzles are confusing to look at, and some of them are difficult because I just have not really cared to learn how to solve them. So I'm not going to show every little thing, but we're going to start with some sticker mods. And the first one I have are these. Now this one is not too difficult. This one is just has some arrows, but if you solve it like a regular 3x3, the only thing that will be wrong in the end are the centers, or that could be wrong. Fun thing actually, this is the first Rubik's Cube I ever bought in my cubing journey. This was the one that I bought right after I saw the Google Doodle of the 40th anniversary, and I went to the store and got this one. So this is a legit Rubik's Cube right before they switched to the tiled ones. But these are stickers for a Shepherd Cube, and I got these from Oliver. A lot of these are going to be from Oliver stickers. What's tricky about this is that you don't always know which sticker should be going where. So a lot of these can look similar or the same. I didn't sticker it exactly to what the guide was, but like this piece could be here. And if that's there, well, that suddenly you have corners, you have an odd number of swaps, so you don't realize that could be there. So the 3x3 took me a long time to solve. The 4x4 was a beast, and I'm not going to be re-scrambling this one up anytime soon. If you see me at a competition and you really want to try it, I will bring it and you are free to try it. But these are my first ones that are just a beast to solve. The next sticker mod that I'm going to have, they actually have these at Speed Cube Shop, but they're originally from Oliver's, and there are two colors on every single sticker. Again, I did not sticker this exactly how the guide showed me, which would have given, I believe, 2 solutions. This one only has 1 solution, and you know what? I never solved it. I thought I could figure out which was the original color and which one is the other one, but I have no idea. I've tried looking at corners to figure out what is a normal corner. Oh, well, the garbage is getting picked up. We're going to wait for just a minute. I've tried looking at corners to figure out what corners actually make sense, and I still had trouble solving it. So I have not solved this one. Again, if you see me in a competition and you want to solve it for me, go for it. I will bring that. So those are the 2 major sticker mods. Now this one is one that I just honestly haven't learned to solve. It's got a little bit of sticker residue on it. I got this in a Craigslist unboxing, so I'll put a link in the description. That's probably one of my favorite videos. I literally bought a box of like, I don't know how many cubes there were, like 30, 40 puzzles, if not more, off Craigslist for a pretty cheap price. Someone was just getting rid of his collection. And there was a lot of cool stuff in it. I think my favorite was like this giant heavy metallic puzzle. But this was in there, and I think it's what the Calvin's puzzle? No, I'll figure what it is. But it's a 2x4x6, and I've just never really learned how to solve cuboids. So I've tried on my own. I've tried to figure out what to do. I think I actually might be able to do it more now. I haven't looked in a while, but I think now that I know some algorithms for like the 2x2x3 and other things I've figured out, you know, I think I might need to try that again. So I'll push that to the side. Okay, the next few ones are shape mods, and this is the Ghost Cube. I have 3 Ghost Cubes. This is my favorite because I liked this color combination. I bought the yellow one, which I believe was Ninja. It was from Speed Cube Shop. Then I got purple stickers with it, and it wasn't anything specific with like the Lakers. I just thought the color combination was really cool. And yeah, so it's just a 3x3, but what's really tricky if you've never used a Ghost Cube, and a side note if you don't know what a Ghost Cube is, it's a 3x3, but you have to like misalign, or any puzzle I guess, but you have to misalign layers and then solve it and then align them to get it into that cube shape. So you have to solve it with it actually being misaligned. What you'll notice is there's a lot of pieces that look very similar, like a lot of triangles here that all are very close in shape, and it's really easy to get confused of what piece should be where. So everything's very similar, but there's nothing that's actually the same. So a Ghost Cube is that one. Another shape mod that really, really messes me up a lot are these. So these are Scoobs that have been cut into a different cube shape. I think it's like technically a Fisher Skewb. I'll write the correct thing if I was wrong with that. And one of these, I believe it was this one, was designed by Nathan Wilson and then produced. But these both have the exact same function. One just has a little bit bigger edges, so you can see they perform very similarly, like that. But I struggled so much with these, just getting an idea of where pieces are. It's not super crazy or super difficult, but just wrapping my head around what pieces go where was so difficult for me. The next shape mod that really caused a lot of trouble for me is the Master Morphix. This is my 6x6 Master Morphix, and this one, honestly, it wasn't super difficult. What's actually kind of nice about them is pairing up edges, because you have edges that are all the exact same, and so you can pair them up much faster. But I think what was the most difficult was solving the 3x3 stage, especially the last layer. It just gets a little bit confusing because you can have edges that are flipped or in the wrong spot. It's not always easy to see. And then centers, you have to use commutators for this. Especially being a 6x6, you can't do a normal PLL parity algorithm. That one you need something a little bit different or else you'll mess up the centers. But the centers you need commutators to solve. And the 5x5 version of this I had for a long time sitting on my shelf. And there was literally one day I was driving home from work and it clicked. It dawned on me how I have to do commutators for centers, because even though I knew how to do commutators, it didn't quite click yet. And I came home and I solved it right away. So this one is quite difficult. Once you understand how commutators work on centers, it's a little bit easier, but it's also just a really, really nice puzzle. This is probably one of the nicest ones of all these as far as turning goes, and that is from Shengshou. Okay, the ultimate difficult puzzle in my collection, in my opinion, is my bandage puzzles. So there's these three that you can get all from the same company. Oh, a little bit of dirt on that. One is easier than the others. This just has a big 2x2 block here. Actually, this could be good for working on, I don't know, different 3-gen solves. This has a few squares, 1x2x3, but this one is the hardest one. There's a bunch of 1x2 blocks around here, and I could not solve it. During the last competition I was at, or it might have been second to last competition I was at, I had a few people take these home and work on them. I can't remember who took this one home. I think it might have been Blake Thompson. I think Sarah Strong took this one home, or one or the other. And Sarah actually wrote up a couple algorithms to help swap pieces around. And what would even be more difficult than that is this house cube from Nathan Wilson. So this was from, I think, his second or third mods, where he does like the 30 mods in 30 days. And so this is the same sort of bandage, but as a house. And I have not scrambled this up, and I don't plan on doing it. I might scramble this up to practice actually solving it later on, but this was just insane. I had people throughout the competition try to look at it, and I had a lot of people where they looked at it and they're like, oh, well, I can do this. And then they realize, oh, it doesn't actually turn here or here. And so they can't do the algorithm they thought that they could do. Same thing. So yeah, that's what's difficult with bandage cubes, is you can't do a lot of algorithms that you normally would. So something like this, I had like a J-perm left, but you think you can just do a J-perm, and you can't do that. And I know other J-perms, but those ones you can't do either. So yeah, so these are my 6 top most difficult puzzles. We've got the Shepherd cube, the multi-stickered, multicolored cube, the Ghost cube, the Fisher Skewb, the 6x6 Master Morphix, and my bandage puzzles. I'll put a link in the description where you can get a lot of these puzzles, or at least these stickers as well. This one, actually, I think this is a cheeky sale. I don't know what I used for some of these other ones. I don't know exactly what I used for those, and then this was that Rubik's brand. But thank you very much. If you have something that's even more difficult, or what is the most difficult one in your collection, I would love to know if you have a cube that is the most difficult one in your collection, I would love to know that. Please leave that in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, stop by speedcubeview.com for more news and reviews.